Hello everyone, and welcome to another session with Seven Feathers Yoga. Completed our new home studio space in Norman, Oklahoma, and I'm so excited to start teaching from home, teaching you in your home, and also beginning to dabble into private yoga sessions, bar sessions, and Pilates sessions. So looking forward to some really exciting things coming up. So let's get started with our All Levels Vinyasa Flow today. We'll begin seated on your mat. Make sure your space is free from distractions. A little quiet space. Pets. Maybe they can come and go. Maybe they are left out of your room for the time being. Maybe you have some music going on in the background. I always recommend tunes with any of your physical activities. So we'll start by hands underneath of the thighs, feet grounded into the floor, round C curve through the back, chin tucks into the chest, and we'll slowly lower all the way to our backs. Head reaches the floor, and hands, your choice. Maybe palms are face down. Palms can be up, allows a little more openness in the shoulders, or maybe a hand over the belly, a hand over the heart. So take one of these three options, or maybe create your own. Knees may be bent, feet flat, or maybe legs long. Your choice, your body. Make your decision now and then settle in, head centered into the floor. We'll just begin by taking some deep breaths. A long, slow inhale through your nose. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. 4 more of these breaths. Long, slow inhale through both nostrils, fully and completely. And then part the lips, open mouth, exhale. 2 more, inhaling, feeling your belly rise towards the ceiling. Exhale, belly back to the floor. Last long, deep, slow inhale. And longer, slower exhale. Nice work. Now start to cultivate your Ujjayi pranayama, or your ocean-sounding breath. Sealing the lips, inhaling through the nose, opening through the throat, and then exhaling through the nose. A few more breaths, just cultivating this fire inside, bringing this inner heat through our breath, and actually creating humidity, creating more plasticity or elasticity in the body through the breath. Now do your best to keep this controlled inhale and exhale throughout your practice today. And as always, no worries if it falls away. It's always there for you to return back to. Let's take 2 more breaths together. We'll start by inhaling, knees pull into the chest, and squeeze under the thighs, maybe at the shins or calves. And small circles with the knees, tracing on the ceiling, allows the lower back to kind of massage and open up towards the floor. Maybe bring out the ankles, snap, crackle, pop through the toes. Reverse the direction of your back circles or supine circles, and reverse the direction of your ankle circles. Maybe a little tricky, but it'll feel free-flowing as you get more time. And pull the knees into the chest, inhale, pull the chin in towards the knees, and then exhale, head back to the floor. Now for some hip opening, soft shoulders for today. Begin to widen the knees apart, hold underneath of the thighs, and let the feet relax. We'll start with a different version of hip circling. Keep the shoulders grounded, back of the head on the floor. For this one, we'll inhale, and flex the feet, press the feet away from the body, and as you bring the knees together, exhale, knees back into the chest. So inhale, widen the knees. You can flex the feet if you choose. Press the feet away, and then exhale, knees together, back into the chest. So it is a wide motion onto the spine. Do 2 more of these. Big inhale, knees widen, feet press away, and then exhaling back in. And when you're ready, we'll reverse the direction of these circles. So this time, we'll inhale, bring the knees together away. So knees touching away, inhaling. And then as you exhale, knees pull back into the chest. So inhaling, knees up, pressing away. And then exhaling, circling back in. Take 3 more rounds. Maybe let the feet relax here, shoulders soft and into the floor. Last one, pull the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Pull the shoulders together underneath of you. Inhaling, fill up the heart, the chest. And then as you exhale, open the arms wide like a T or cactus the arms. Bend at the elbows like a goalpost. From here, tabletop the legs, knees about 90-degree angle. Inhaling, press the back of the head into the mat. And then as you exhale, drop the knees to one side, does not matter which side. Welcome to your supine twist. Your option is to bring the hand closest to your knees, to that top thigh. You can send your gaze over towards the opposite palm. So for me, I'd look towards the wall. That adds more of a twist in your cervical spine or neck. And last option for your twist, all of these are merely suggestions, so take your choices. For a little hamstring stretch, you can stretch out the top leg, reach for the toes, ankle, pants leg, whatever you got to reach for. Take 3 more long, slow breaths in and out through the nose. Belly rising towards the ceiling and falling towards the floor. Let's inhale wherever you are. Knees come together, back to center. Head moves to center. Exhale here. And then we'll inhale, fill up once more. Tabletop the legs. Exhale, knees fall to the opposite direction. Take your choice. Hand to the top leg if you choose. Head to the opposite open palm. Maybe adding that open through the hamstrings, reaching for the toes, ankle, pants, leg. Whatever you can find. 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Feel your shoulders and hip ground into the floor. Good work. And we'll inhale, knees come back together, back to center, head to center, and exhale here. Drop your feet to the mat, knees are bent, and from here, bring the hands long down beside you, palms to the floor. Ideally, you should be able to touch the backs of the heels with your fingertips, so if you can, wiggle the heels close. But again, if you're working with any injuries, maybe the body simply does not do that, no worries. Just knees bent, feet flat, palms on the floor. Bridge flow, ground the big toes to the pinky toes, heels and arches of the feet. And on your inhale, we'll lift the hips and lift the arms up and overhead. A nice front of the body opener. Again, soft shoulders, stretch through the hips. As you exhale, hands lower, hips lower simultaneously. Stay grounded through the feet. Inhaling, reach hips and arms all the way up and overhead. And then exhaling, drop everything back down. Now if you can, close the eyes, sync the breath to this movement. One breath, one movement if you can. Inhales, open. Head is resting on the mat.
Exhaling, close. You inhale, press through your quadriceps or your upper thighs, press through the knees all the way to the toes. And then exhaling, release back down. 2 more of these. Feeling a wonderful stretch throughout your entire spine. Good work. Now from here, begin to bring the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And now we'll rock and roll forward to seated. So of course, if this doesn't work, just move to your side, press yourself up. To rock and roll, start to gain a little momentum, bring your head towards your knees, rock towards the shoulders. You actually get a nice back massage here. And then with enough momentum, you can rock forward onto your seat, knees bent, feet flat. Now from here, bring the hands underneath of the knees, right around the bottoms of the thighs. Some of you may be more comfortable holding onto your shins or calves. Feet are wide, so widen the feet to either long side of your mat. Gaze a step forward. And for your inhale, find a seated cat-cow. So you'll open the chest and heart, chin forward, squeeze the shoulders together. And then as you exhale, round the spine, press the spine away from the legs, chin into chest. So inhales, rock forward, open chest, heart, and chin, shoulders together. And then exhale, soft shoulders, soft hips, head relaxed. Again, sync your breath with your movement, breathing in, forward, and up. Breathing out, close and release. Toes glued to your yoga mats or to the floor, no lifting the toes. Let's do 3 more of these. Feel an active release through your shoulder blades as well as your spine and hips. Let's find 1 more round. Inhale, open, press through big toes, heels, shoulders move back and away, and then exhale, round and release. And we'll inhale, come back up into your tall seat. Shoulders over top of the hips. From here, you can walk the feet closer together, about hip width distance. Hands on the mat behind you now. So fingertips are pointing towards your hips. Find a comfortable position where you can allow your shoulders to release back and away. From here, moving into a reverse tabletop. As you inhale, begin to press into your palms. You'll feel a stretch through your shoulders. Begin to lift through the hips, press through the knees, lift through the body. And then we'll exhale, find the seat back down. That may be your work for today. Attempt it 1 more time if you can. For a little more effort, if you want to go there, we'll inhale into our reverse tabletop. Stay here. Inhale, lift the hips higher. Stay here. Neck should be relaxed. And now we'll try. Maybe you lift 1 leg. Keep the hips high. Maybe you'll lift that leg higher. Keep that hip high. Inhale, press through the big toes. And then exhale. Can you slowly lower down? We'll try the other side. Keep the hips high. Head is relaxed. Inhale, opposite leg lifts. Can you keep the hips high? Big inhale. And exhale, shoulders squeeze together. 1 more inhale. Can you lift through the big toes? Lift the hips higher. Woo! And then exhale. Slowly lower down. Slowly find your seat. Good work. Now for here, slide your legs off to one side. Come to all fours, tabletop position. Find a little brisk release. Maybe some circles, one direction or the other. If it feels nice, you can walk the wrists forward. Hips can fall back. A little moment of play and just allowing those tight, tense wrists to release. Take 2 more long, slow breaths in and out. And then we'll release into our first child's pose. So here, knees go wide, feet touch. or big toes to touch, head to touch the floor. So with your forehead on your yoga mat, take another long, slow inhale, long, slow exhale. Beautiful work. Now as you inhale, start to come forward into your tabletop position. And as you exhale, tuck your toes underneath of you, lift your hips high for your first downward dog of the day. Inhale, lower to knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhaling forward, tabletop. Exhaling, tuck your toes, hips high, down dog. We'll float through this 3 more times. Inhale, knees to floor. Exhale, round spine, child's pose. Breathe in, tabletop, all fours. Breathe out, down dog. Last 2, inhale, knees. Exhale, child. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down dog. Last one at your own pace. Nice job. Now stay in your downward dog. We'll inhale, lift your left tippy toes up towards the sky. Exhale, press down through right heel. Now if you notice, shoulder starts to lift, square the shoulders forward, even weight on both sets of hands. Now if you can, bend the knee on the left side, and we'll find an open hip. So you'll stack your knee in line with the right hip. We'll find more openness here. Begin to circle through your hips. Big wide circles with left leg. Kind of painting or drawing with the left knee. Now reverse these big huge circles, other direction. Then we'll inhale, reach left leg long behind you, head is down, looking towards your thigh or knee. Inhale here, and then exhale, drop your left toes. Here we'll inhale to knees, exhale, child's pose. Take 2 breaths in and out through the nose. Long, slow, deep breaths. And then we'll repeat this fun all over again as you inhale forward, tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift hips, down dog. Right leg this time, inhale, lift right leg. And stretch through the toes to begin. If shoulders are wonky, just even them. Equal weight between both. Then bend right knee, send right knee towards left hip. And then we'll circle big this side. 3 circles, one direction. Pressing down through left heel. 3 circles, other way. No rush. Whenever you finish with your circles, long right leg behind you. And then drop the toes down. Downward dog, look towards your knees or thighs. Bend the knees to lift your hips higher. Kind of amazing how that works. Now, inhale, look forward towards your hands. Walk, step, hop, or you can find a little jump forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, fingertips to shins. Let's halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. One more time. We'll inhale, halfway lift. Long spine, send your gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Nice work. Now bend the knees. Begin to slowly roll all the way up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let the head come up last into your Tadasana, or mountain pose. From your Tadasana, root in through all 4 corners of your feet. Feet should be about hip width distance apart, so you can place hands on the hip bones and just draw a straight line down. Nice work. Now I'm facing you. You should be facing forward on your yoga mat. Here, let's inhale. Sweep the arms up and open towards the sky. You can send the gaze up towards your thumbs. Find a little stretch through the spine. Exhale, hands to heart. Once more, inhale, reach, gaze, look, stretch up, and then exhale, hands to heart. Let's start our sun salutations for the day. Inhale, reach, look, gaze, sweep up. And then exhale, hands can fall to the heart, move through center, forward fold. We'll inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. From your fold, bend the knees as much as you need to plant your hands. Step back to your first plank. Here, long spine. Booty should not be in the sky. One long line, press through the heels. Head is up. Inhale here, and as you exhale, lower, heart, chest, and chin down. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Let's inhale, open, upward facing dog. Head can tilt back. And then exhale, tuck toes, lift hips, down dog. Nice work. Now, inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left leg moves forward and drop the foot between the hands. No worries if it doesn't make it there. Wiggle it forward until foot is between the hands. Once we have a safe bend in the knee, knee over ankle, never knee past ankle. Safe bend. Let's move into a warrior one. So we'll slide the back foot forward about 45 degrees, and then we'll inhale, cartwheel the arms overhead. Once you're forward, shift the hips forward, bend in both knees. And here, deeper bend into the front knee. From here, inhale, reach the hands, and then exhale, pull the hands behind you. Clasp the hands together. If you're more flexible in the shoulders, you can bring hands to opposite elbows. Wherever you choose, begin to open the heart, chest, and chin forward. Tilt the head up and back. Keep a bend in the knees. Micro bend in right knee. As you exhale, humble warrior, begin to fold down towards your left knee. Shoulders should be inside of the knee. Let the head, neck, and shoulders relax while you send your hands overhead, bending both knees. 3 breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Nice effort. Now, inhale as you pull yourself back up. Inhale, use your hands as a lever to lift you, and then release the hands back up to the sky. From here, hands lower back down. Kind of twist through the back toes, send the toes forward, and slide the foot back if you need. Find a low lunge. Inhale here, exhale, step back, plank. Find your Chaturanga Vinyasa, one board lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. Now look forward between your hands. Walk, step, hop, or jump forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, you can bend the knees, long spine, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Nice work. Other side. Inhale, reach, lift, stretch through the arms. Exhale, hands can move through the heart. Lower down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine, press through the heels. Exhale, fold. Step back to your plank. Press through the heels. Long line with the body. Exhale, lower halfway. Elbows towards the rib cage. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. This time, inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, right knee moves in towards the chest, foot between the hands. Wiggle foot forward if you need, long through left leg. Warrior one, 45 degrees, back foot, bend in both knees as you cartwheel forward, hips forward. Bending into back knee, more into front knee. And then as you exhale, clasp the hands behind you, or hands to opposite elbows. Humble warrior, inhale, lift, stretch, shoulders come together, heart begins to open, and then exhale, bend into the knees, and begin to come forward, elbow or shoulder towards the inside of right knee. Give the head a nod, yes or shake no. Release any tension from the upper body. 2 more breaths. Good effort. Use your hands as a lever. Inhale, lift your body up. Continue that motion, arms back up, sweeping. Exhale, hands cartwheel down. Turn back, toes forward. Exhale here, big inhale, step back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga vinyasa, lower halfway. Inhale, sweep the heart open, up dog, thighs are lifted. Exhale, down dog, hips high. Look forward between the hands, walk, step, hop, or jump forward. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees to make this happen. Inhale, half lift, long spine, exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Let's do another time from side to side. Inhale, reach up, lift, lengthen. Exhale, hands through heart, lower all the way down. Breathe in, lift halfway, maybe hands to the shins. Exhale, step back, plank. Lower halfway. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe in, left leg high. Exhale, foot between the hands. Make it happen. And then 45 degrees right foot, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands reach behind, bending in the knees, and then inhale again, lift, open, stretch, baby back bend, and then exhale, shoulder, elbow towards inner knee, left side. Head, neck, shoulders soft, hips are open. 2 more breaths. Hands reaching overhead, find more of a stretch. And then the inhale, lever the arms down, back up high. Exhale, hands lower, send back toes forward. Slide the leg back if you need. Step back plank, inhale. As you exhale, one board, you lower down halfway. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, walk, step, hop, or float forward, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good work, other side. Inhale, reach, lift, stretch through the fingertips. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold. Breathe in, lift halfway. Breathe out, fold. Step back plank. One board, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. This time, right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, place the foot between your hands. Then warrior one. Find it on the right side. Inhale, lift. Open, heart, chest, and chin. Shoulders are still relaxed. And then exhale, hands reach behind. Bend into the knees. Inhale, last time here. And then exhale, humble warrior, elbow, shoulder towards the inner knee. Head, neck, and shoulders relaxed. Give it a little nod, yes, shake now. Hands still reaching overhead for your last big breath in. Long breath out. Nice work. Now we'll inhale, sweep arms all the way back up. Exhale, hands lower, back toes forward. And then step back, plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Then look forward between the hands. Walk, step, hop, or jump forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Long spine, press through the big toes and heels. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep both arms all the way up and open. Exhale, hands to heart. Cleansing breath here. Inhale, reach, lift. Open heart, chest, and shoulders. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice work. Now, we'll move on to some side plank fun. From here, stand at the very tippy tops of your mats.
Inhale, find a little baby back bend. Open through the heart, chest, and chin, shoulders. And then bend the knees, round the spine. Come through center, forward fold. From your forward fold, step back into your plank. And from here, we'll start with the right hand underneath of the face. So you'll slide the right hand right where you're looking on your yoga mat. And ideally, shoulder will kind of move, or heel of hand will move right under shoulder. For your side plank, you may be here, resting foot over foot, or you may be here, using your knee as a kickstand. No worries either way. Find what works best for you. Just allow your neck to be in alignment with your spine. So if you have your kickstand, start experimenting, hands lifting, maybe a leg lifting. Maybe this is a wonderful stretch and you just need to be here, opening, stretching, and breathing. If both legs are extended long, hands can be at hip, hand can start to reach up, and start to work on lifting through the bottom hip. So here you're going to press through the palm, press through your kind of side body, and then lifting up and away. Head is still relaxed. Now you can play with lifting a leg. You can play for reaching with toes. Pretty fun stuff. Hips are not open for that one. Not yet. Next, take another big deep breath in, long breath out. Wonderful. Now move back into your plank position. And then inhale here, exhale, press through your toes. Inhale, one more big breath. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Refresh, renew through the wrists. And then we'll find a plank again. This time, we'll move to the other side. So this time, left palm moves underneath of the face. And your choice here. Feet are stacked on this side. Maybe we have our kickstand. Wherever you choose, shoulder and palm are ideally in one line. And you are feeling work happening in your body. Head and neck are relaxed. Shoulders are soft, but of course strong at the same note. Now work through the side body, lifting through the hips, pressing through the heels. Maybe you lift a hand. Nice. Maybe you lift a leg. Maybe you start to play with lengthening, stretching through the hamstrings. Wherever you are, take one more big breath in, long breath out. Hips are still high, slowly release, lower down, move back to your plank. One big breath in, press through the heels, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Nice work. Now walk your hands back towards your feet. So walking back along your mat, find a forward fold. This time, bring hands to opposite elbows. Let your head relax heavy. Knees can bend. Find a little sway from side to side. Lift the toes, move towards one foot and then the other, bending the knees. Take two more long, slow, deep breaths. Now reach your hands towards the floor and bend the knees, vertebrae by vertebrae. We'll begin to stand tall once again. Roll the shoulders up, back, down, and away. Find another shoulder shrug. Nice work. Now we'll find just a smidgen of balancing before we release down to the floor. Looking forward to some pigeon action too. So for Vrikshasana or tree pose, your choice, whether you kickstand a foot to the inner calf or thigh, or foot goes to the upper thigh. Wherever you choose, make sure it works for your body. Hips, we are not dumping into left hip. Lifting high, pressing through left leg, but I still have a baby bend on left knee. Hands can stay at hips,
Find a focal point somewhere on the floor to focus on that is not going to move and thus make you move. So pressing through the rooted foot, pressing through the ribs, pressing through the core, chest is lifted. Maybe we lift up the arms. Supple bend in left knee. Maybe we bring the hands to touch overhead. We can bring hands to heart. And for an added challenge, you can close the eyes. 2 long, slow breaths. Squeezing ribs together, opening through the upper body. And then exhale, release, shake it out. And switch sides, ground onto left foot. Right foot, left heel can kickstand onto right. So already we can just dump, be lazy, or begin to squeeze through the ribs and chest, opening through the entire core and torso. Find your position, should be about the same as it was on the other side. Supple bend into standing leg, lifting through center line of body. Hands can move wide. Maybe they move overhead. Maybe they move to heart. Rib cage still moving together. This should feel challenging. Close the eyes if it is not challenging enough. For your last big breath in and long breath out. Shake it out. Nice work. Shrug the shoulders, one circling and then the other. And then come to the tippy tops of your yoga mat. So let's inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale through center line, forward fold. This time, step left foot back and lower down onto left knee. Let the top of the foot lower. From here, runner's lunge or lizard. Hands move to the inside of the foot. So we're here. And then, maybe this is it for you. Maybe you can lower onto one forearm or 2. And maybe you can start to wrap left arm, or whichever arm is underneath of the leg, underneath to begin for some arm balancing work later on. So wherever you are in your runner's lunge, take a few breaths. Head, neck, and shoulders are soft. Hips are flexible and open. Now if you can, start to focus on your right glute moving up towards the ceiling. So right butt cheek up towards the ceiling. Let's take 3 more long, slow breaths in and out. In through the nose and out through the nose. Unwrapping the arm. If you have it wrapped, press back onto the palms and move right hand outside of the right foot. So hand on either side of the foot. And from here, we'll heel toe the foot towards the left wrist. Lowering down, foot should be at a nice angle towards the left hip. Let the foot move as inward as it needs to allow you to rest into right hip. For our pigeon pose, keep your right toes flexed, heel out, toes up. Check behind you, long left leg. We don't have toes going one way or the other. And then we'll begin to lower down onto the palms. Maybe we lower onto stacked palms or fists as a little pillow for the forehead. And you've made it to pigeon. All that's left to do here is to breathe. As you're here, can you allow the eyes to close? Focusing deeply through inhales and exhales through the nose. Coming to the conclusion that everything is temporary. Even this pose right here. Can you hang out for a few more breaths? You send your inhales to the places that need a little more space. Hips or shoulders. And can you send your exhales to places that need a little more length? Spine, hamstring. Let's take 5 more breaths together in our pigeon pose. Last big inhale and long, slow exhale. Begin to press up onto the palms. Find a little chest opener. Bring the hands to the hips or to the sides of the hips. Open the chin forward. And walk the hands back forward under the shoulders. 2 options to come out of your pigeon. You can either slide through the back leg into child's, or from your pigeon pose, you can tap the left toes and find a 3-legged dog. Lift yourself up, nice stretch. Wherever you are, come back into your downward dog, and then walk the feet forward towards the hands. Find your forward fold, let the head, neck, and shoulders relax. And this time we step the right leg back, and slide left foot forward just to create that safe bend through your left knee. Lower down onto right, top of the foot flat. Feel free to add padding anywhere you need padding for knees, joints, anything. From here, left hand moves inside of the leg for runner's lunge or lizard. Now if you can, already start to lift through your left glute or butt cheek this time. And you can see an active lift here as you begin to send those glutes up and away. Now, hands lower. Maybe you move onto 1 forearm, maybe 2. Maybe you rock. Wherever you are, be okay with it. Close the eyes and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Give the head a little nod yes or shake no. Release any tension from building in the upper body. For a few more long, slow, deep breaths. Continuing to send left glute up and away towards the ceiling. For your last 3 breaths in and out. Slowly come up onto the palms. Replace left hand outside of left foot and heel toe towards right for your pigeon. So lower left knee, heel close to the hip as you need. Toes are flexed, so toes up, heels out. Back toes are flat and straight. You can check behind. And then at your own pace, beginning to lower down. Elbows. Stacked fists or palms for the forehead, soft shoulders, open hips. Reacquaint with your breath. An ocean sound in through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling the sensation of gravity, this constant downward weight. Giving into this gravity. Each exhale a little more heavy into the floor. Slow the breaths down for your last few rounds. Forehead is relaxed, chin and jaw and shoulders are relaxed. Breathing into hips. Last 2 breaths in and out. Slowly come up onto the palms and walk the hands towards the hips or either side. Open the chin, heart and chest forward. And then exhale, hands move underneath of the shoulders. Find your option to downward dog. So either you move through a child's pose, or we find ourselves into that 3-legged dog. Tuck the right toes, lift left toe. and drop into down dog. From here, lower to knees. Exhale, everyone to child's. From your child's pose, you're welcome to reach the hands back towards the heels. Let the head rest. Shoulders can kind of round forward. Maybe you can rest on one cheek or the other. Stay here for as long as you need. You can move into rabbit pose from here, one of my ultimate favorites for getting rid of that tension between the shoulders. For rabbit, you'll come up onto the knees a little. Forehead is going to come as close to the knees as possible. And I do recommend to come up onto the toes if you can. So forehead to knees, hands reaching towards the heels of the feet. From here, you'll begin to press the hips forward, so lifting the hips, and you're going to round onto the shoulders, weight onto the crown of the head. Now, if this is uncomfortable, come out and find child's. If it feels good, play with shoulders releasing. The more you can lift the hips, the more a release happens. 2 more breaths wherever you are. And then returning to child's, arms long out in front. Start to walk the hands towards your knees. And we'll find ourselves seated onto our mats. And sweep the legs off to one side. And find yourself centered onto your yoga mats. Starting and ending right at the same point. So here we have knees bent, feet flat, hands underneath of the thighs. Do a little boat to butterfly action, a little core before we find ourselves relaxed down. So from here, recommend to find your balance point for your boat, finding your sits bones by placing the tippy toes on the floor. Now if you feel unbalanced, you're going to start to round back, you're going to fall backwards. So once you find your balance point, your toes should be able to lift, and you're not going to go anywhere. Options always to leave one foot on the ground. You can move to toes as you feel comfortable, slowly, incrementally moving up to tabletop legs. Wherever you are in your practice, whether you're tapping down, starting to open the chest, heart, and chin, shoulders open. Nice core action here. To move further into our Navasana or boat, tabletop the legs, you can use your grip onto your thighs to start to open the chest forward. Head is in one line with the spine. Keep on opening and squeezing the shoulders together, exhaling through the feet. So we'll make it a simultaneous action through the breath. As you inhale, open the heart towards your thighs, long spine. As you exhale, press long through the feet. Can you keep on lengthening the spine? And then keep on lengthening the legs. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, press through the feet. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, press through the feet. Can you remove the hands? Arms are open. Nice work. Now for your butterfly. Feet come to touch. Hands around the tops of the feet. Or Baddha Konasana. Let's inhale, reach through the crown of the head, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. And here I like to add a little wiggle from side to side. Last little bit of opening to our hips, releasing through the shoulders. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are in your Baddha Konasana. We'll slowly start to roll up, knees bent, feet flat last time. Hands under the thighs, C curve or round the spine. Plant through the feet and inch by inch, release your spine onto the floor. Nicely done. From here, pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a final little squeeze. And then from here, we'll open the feet towards the sky, towards your ceiling. Tantrum baby is just a version of happy baby. You'll start with hands to the inside of the knees first. Head is heavy on the mat. And then reach your hands towards the pinky edges of the feet. And then begin to spread the knees away from each other or heels, and you'll feel a wonderful hip opener. Now we're working on finding a longer spine, so the more you can press your tailbone down towards the floor, the more you'll feel a good stretch. Focusing on feet flat towards the ceiling, so as if you were walking on the ceiling. And for a tantrum, baby, all we'll do is bend one knee, lengthen one leg. Exhale to switch sides. So nice work into the hips and hamstrings. One breath, one movement. And if you choose, you can always just find stillness here, working on spine long, shoulders soft, head relaxed, hips open. Now take 3 long, slow, deep breaths wherever you have chosen to be. On your final exhale, slowly bring the knees back into the chest. Inhale, lift your heart, your nose towards your knees. Give yourself a final squeeze. And when you cannot hold your inhale anymore, exhale, release long out onto your mat. Wiggle the shoulders underneath of you. Wiggle one leg long and then the other. And allow the palms to release open towards the sky. Now if you like, palms can face down. Or maybe a hand over the belly, a hand over the heart. Preparing for your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Feel free to add any extra props. Feel free to add socks or a blanket over the body, eye pillows, adding essential oils or a scent to your space before settling in. Now, allow the eyes to rest back into the head. Allow the chin and jaw to relax. Your work is done. And now is your chance to soak in all of this prana or life force energy that you have cultivated in your space today. Moving from birth, adolescence, life, and back to death, only to be reborn again. Feel every part of you that's touching the floor a little heavier into the floor. Parts of you that are in open space feel more openness, more vastness. Letting the tongue rest at the bottom of the mouth. Let your entire facial expression release. Creases in the forehead, or holding in the jaw, throat, chin, cheeks, eyes, ears, forehead, or hairline, all releasing down. Enjoying the space for a few more moments.
to stay here for as long as you need. We appreciate your time, your effort, and your love today. Be sure to continue following me, practicing yoga and breathing in your space. From my heart and home, right to you in your heart and home. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be free. May all beings be loved. Namaste, my friends. With light and love, Seven Feathers Yoga, Shelley Dickerson. Thank you all so much.